Can you catch one right now for me?
I'd love to. That would work out real good, wouldn't it? Make us almost look like we know what we're doing.
Like a professional. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Aaron Lewis. Out today fishing swim baits. We already caught one this morning. You guys will see that right now. Aaron's throwing the old Bonaire 250 on the Jeffrey the King guide trip.
This is not a guide trip. You're fishing just as much as me.
But it's more important if you stick them. So I think you're going to try and catch 50 pounds today.
I mean, might as well set our goals low.
Yeah. Bonaire 250 already getting but, so we're going to keep fishing. Maybe he catches a 10-pounder today.
That would be my PB. You tie right to the nose of your canine, don't you?
I use a snap, actually.
You do use a snap.
Mm-hmm. I know Jared likes to tie direct.
It depends on what I'm wanting the bait to do.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it tends to glide smoother and better with it tied direct.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And it doesn't tend to run over itself as much.
Oh, that's nice.
So it doesn't foul hook as much when you tie direct.
What did I tell you about that slow, bro? Not a big one, but that was
Good
a
enough.
sick. That was a sick eat.
Oh yeah.
That was sick as
Fuck
fuck.
yeah.
What did I tell you about that slow, bro? Not a big one, but that was
Good
a
enough.
sick. That was a sick eat.
Hell yeah.
That was sick as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice. You got him? Nice, dude. Nice. Hold it up to the GoPro here. Dude, nice. That was sick. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Your turn.
I'm stoked.
Your turn. Pressure's off. Consider the day a successful day.
Yeah, I'm good.
We're good.
I'm putting this fish on
We
the
can go home right now. Come on, let's go.
back to bed. Do you like this one with a canine? Or is it kind of weird, wonky?
I mean, compared to a Depths 250, it's a little weird and wonky.
Yeah.
Like you have to, it's a much more, you're responsible for every movement the bait makes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's helped to watch Jared as much as I've watched Jared fish the canine and fish
Oh,
the
yeah.
tiny clash. That motherfucker makes these goddamn things come alive.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can get them to come alive, it just looks amazing. But it's definitely not the same as like a 250.
90 feet, 100 feet on the lake. So, like, so much.
So how long have you been throwing swim baits for now?
4 or 5 years probably.
And you were throwing conventional before that.
I had Bass Pro Shops in my basement. I had everything that you could possibly want in every color on every rod, everything, and I sold all of it.
All of it.
Every last bit. If I
And-
didn't give it to my dad, I sold it.
Wow. Just to do the swim bait thing.
So that I had nothing to fall back on, so I couldn't quit on it.
That's smart. Honestly.
It's the smartest thing I did.
And now.
Smartest thing I did was get rid of all my traditional stuff.
No regrets.
No regrets whatsoever. I've caught more fish. I'm 52 years old.
Yep.
I've caught more fish over 7 pounds in the last 4 years or 5 years, however long I've been throwing the big stuff, than I had my entire life leading up to that moment, having been bass fishing since I was 5 or 6 years old.
That's insane.
Hmm?
The power of the swim bait, right?
I'll never go back.
Why would you, right?
Why?
I mean, the eats are so sick, too. Like, the one this morning was ridiculous.
Right there.
8 at our feet.
So sick.
That doesn't happen on a crankbait.
No.
Now, the bait you're throwing today at depth 250.
Yes, sir.
One of your favorites. This bait's a staple.
It's really, I hate to say things like this because then it just gets even harder to find the ones that I want and like. But it really is a staple. Every serious swim baiter should have a handful of depths 250s.
I mean, they're
for
legit,
sure.
man.
They're legit.
Any size fish eats it, but big ones especially eat it.
More often than not.
Yep.
I like the fact that I can pretty much count on 98% count on the fact that if I get 8 on the baits that we throw, if I get 8 on that, it's gonna be a fish over 5 pounds.
Easily. Oh, yeah.
And I can pretty much bank on that. Every once in a while, an aggressive 3-pounder comes out of nowhere and
You're like, what the
and
hell?
eats it. But you know, if you take with this bait, you take this bait. I mean, that's a big bait. But if you take it and you look at it that way,
Oh, yeah.
because that is how the fish is going to eat the bait,
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason why a 3-pound fish can't eat that bait.
That's true.
And that's really how you have to look at the size of a bait.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you're well aware, a fish is trying to, when you're watching him follow and he's jockeying back and forth, he's looking for the headshot so that is actually all he's eating.
Yep.
The rest of it's length. And that's why you'll catch fish with tails
Sticking out. Yep.
from a gizzard or from a trout or from,
Head first.
because it's head first, and it's always head first. You never see a fish with a head sticking out of its mouth.
No, that doesn't happen. It's always tail.
Always.
Yep.
Always.
Why?
Bank on it. Like the sun rises and sets.
Wise words from Mr. Aaron Lewis on swimbait fishing. But there's a few guys where like, no, I caught him out of this fucking random fucking thing in the randomest, most bullshit spot. I'm like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't have ever found that ever. Such a cool tool.
And feel free to catch your PB today because I am a net man of all net men. There he is. Oh! Oh!
That's in your face.
That was a giant.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He just flipped you guys off. You know that?
Yeah, totally. Both fingers.
Yeah, you did the whole thing.
Both fucking fingers.
Yeah, it wasn't hooked good. It hit it at a weird time on the glide. But
I would have, if I was the quick man of all net men. There he is. Oh.
so you've been throwing swimbaits for 5+ years now, right?
Yes, sir.
What was one thing that surprised you when it came down to throwing swimbaits?
As so many are, I was really kind of hung up on the size of the bait,
Okay.
and that seems to be an issue for a lot of people when they look at these big baits. Like, what the hell are you fishing for? You're throwing those for bass? And there was a little bit of that kind of a mental thing to get over. Because, well, as we talked about earlier, when you turn a bait sideways and look at it that way, it's really not that big.
No.
But that was probably...
Eye-opening?
It was eye-opening, and it was probably the biggest hurdle to get over.
To get confidence, right, in the size of the lure.
In the fact that, you know, the fish are going to eat a lure that big, and voraciously,
Yeah.
aggressively.
I mean, you see behavior that you don't really get to see,
No,
you know?
absolutely. I mean, there isn't any other type of fishing where you can literally watch the bass size up your offering and follow and look, and they get this whole thing going on where they'll go backwards and forward on the bait, side to side, trying to square it up, trying to get that head shot, and then just bang. You don't get to see that.
No. Absolutely not.
Throwing a drop shot.
No.
Or a Ned rig. And honestly, that type of stuff doesn't happen when they go in to eat that bait. They just kind of go in and, oh yeah, there it is. This is a hunt. This is an attack
Yeah.
on the bait that you're throwing.
Would you say that your average size bass has also gone up from switching from conventionals to throwing swim baits?
So I have been fishing bass since I was probably 6.
And you're 25 now?
I'm 52. So I've been fishing bass for almost 50 years.
Yeah.
And when I started throwing big baits, my best bass after all those years of fishing was like 7.3.
A 7-pounder. Wow.
And since I've switched, I've caught more 7s, 8s, 9s. I still haven't broken a 10. Still don't have my double digit yet. I was hoping it was going to happen today.
I was open too.
But I've caught more fish over my original PB in the last 5 years than I did my whole life.
That's absolutely insane, dude. That's insane.
It's to the point now where I won't even take a picture of a fish if it's not 7
Right.
pounds.
Wow.
It changed. It really just changed everything. It changed the entire concept and idea of bass fishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm not having to fight through all the aggressive smaller fish anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm offering a bait that they're not interested in, and the fish that are interested in that bait are the fish that I want to catch all the time.
Exactly.
So if I never catch another fish under 5 pounds,
Happy with that.
who the fuck cares? I've caught thousands and thousands and thousands of those fish. I don't want to catch those anymore.
Not anymore.
Mm-mm.
Bigs from
Bigs.
here on out, baby.
Bigs from here on out. Sometimes I'm even guilty of going too big. I throw that frenzy.
Yeah, that frenzy is
I throw
no
that frenzy
joke.
a lot. I do. I throw that frenzy a lot, and it's massive.
I think it's a beast.
And it gets hit.
Yeah.
It gets hit, and I'm just waiting for the fish that can hit that bait and get it fully in its mouth
Yeah.
to get those hooks. That is going to be.
It's gonna be a giant, bro.
It's going to be a giant.
It's gonna be a fucking giant.
Tina, Gina, whatever the hell you want to call her. But I gotta say, man, spending a couple days out on the lake with you, even in this little ass boat,
I know. I'm sorry.
has been absolutely
I'm sorry.
incredible. And I will fish in this little ass boat anytime you want to take me.
Perfect.
just see me fucking check that fucking knot in line too? Unbelievable. A gift to the fish.
My bad, dude.
He's the only person you can talk it to.
Right.
But
Problem, I don't let him.
Yeah. He doesn't speak Japanese to me. Yeah, look at that little fucking dude.
Yeah.
Healthy.
When it was coming
yeah,
up,
healthy fish.
when it was coming up, I thought it was
10?
a little, yeah, like world record.
World
Like finally. This is
I actually found that one with a custom handle. I've never seen. There's not. This is the handle that they come with.
right. Mind if I try it?
Go ahead. Be my guest.
'Cause I asked him, hey, I might need shorter rod. Can I?
I
get
love
some?
it. I love how short it is, especially for what we're doing right now. Hey, you got any sticky weights?
Sticky weights? You know what? Oh, you know what? I might, but I might not, because I was kind of rushing. Hey, let me see if I have one. If not, I might have a grenade. The grenade.
It's just hard to work it as slow as they want it right now without any weight on it because it just floats right up to the fucking surface. But yeah, I love that Remix 70, and I love the Remix 73 for the Tiny Clash.
73 is so versatile. You could throw like no weight, Senko from like. I've thrown K9 on it too. I think you can throw K9.
Is that the Hacker Generation 2 right there
This one, yeah.
with the solid handle? I haven't seen a Generation 2 yet. I like that. Yeah, I definitely like that. I wasn't sure. I found every one that I've found since the split handle is EVA foam. I found one that's a split handle with the twisted wrap. So I have a Hacker that's got split handle twisted wrap and not EVA foam.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was a pleasure, man.
Are you touring right now or just?
I am. I play tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I play on Friday night here
Okay.
at Talking Stick.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm sorry it was a rough day, man. But I'm glad you got one.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Arizona bass fishing? Would you want to do it again?
Well, you already know the answer to that, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Well,
And
Anytime,
and the way
dude.
that we fished for them,
special.
it's a special, unique
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you learned something from my shitty fishing or teaching or whatever you want to call it.
I did. I did. I learned a lot of what not to do.
What not to do. You heard it here, folks. Aaron Lewis took nothing from me. Well, thank you, dude, for coming out.
Yeah, my
It was
pleasure.
an absolute fucking pleasure. Again,
Good times.
Aaron Lewis, everybody.